Thank you for tuning in to Sacred Empowerments of the Divine Feminine. I am Yolanda YaYa Williams. This is a sacred empowerment. We are talking about divine love and the safety that it provides in our lives when we have balanced our divine feminine and divine masculine energy. So I want you to tap in. The mother has a beautiful, powerful message for us today. You do not want to miss this message, divine feminines. Let's go. Welcome to Sacred Empowerments of the Divine Feminine. I am your girl, Yolanda YaYa Williams. What's going on, Divine Feminines? I hope everybody is doing well. If this is the first time you are hearing the sound of my voice, thank you for tapping onto this video. I would greatly appreciate it if you would go ahead and subscribe, join the tribe. We over here loving, laughing, encouraging, enlightening, just sharing and celebrating each other. So, all are welcome. All are welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, what's going on? Soul Tribe, I hope everybody is doing well, found in goodness and wholeness and all of that good shit. What's going on? All right, look, listen, we're going to do something a little different because I've been having this song ringing in my spirit all morning. And I want to share it with you because it has a lot to do with the vibration on today in this message. Check it out.
People get ready. There's a train coming. Don't need no ticket. You can just step on board. All we need is a little faith to hear the diesel running. We ain't got to have no baggage down. We can just thank the Lord. You tell them. People
Sing,
get
Al.
ready. There's a train.
Sing the song.
Yes, it is. Don't need no ticket. You just step on board. All I need is faith to hear the diesel coming. Don't need a ticket. We just thank the Lord. I say, thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord.
One more verse, y'all. Just vibe with it. Just feel it. You know what I mean?
Y'all got to get ready now.
Yeah,
The train is coming.
it's coming.
You don't need no ticket. You can just
You already
step
put in the
on
work,
board.
Divine Feminines. It's yours.
And all you need is a little
It's
faith.
yours.
You can hear the diesel run. You ain't even got to have no bags. You can just get on board. Al, why don't you help me tell them?
Sing,
Get
Al.
ready
Sing the
for
song,
the
boy.
train to join. Well, the master's coming. Get on board. Yeah, yeah. All you need
Master
is
your
the
reality.
diesel humming. Oh, you don't need no ticket. You just
Thank the Lord.
the Lord. Say, thank
Thank
the
the Lord.
Lord. Thank
Yes,
the
sir.
Lord.
The son of the mother. Thank the Lord. Hey.
Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord.
That's what I'm talking about. Look, listen, that song, and I specifically look for the Al Green version because that's my boy there. I love me some Al Green. Look, listen, that song was speaking to my heart this morning, and I wanted to share it with you. You know what I mean? Because um, when you really have an understanding of who you are, you have an understanding of what faith is. Real faith is predicated upon a knowing. You can only truly believe in, or you should only truly believe in that which has been revealed to you. Believing in something that you don't have any real personal experience with, you don't know them personally, they ain't never revealed themselves to you, you know, you know, is flighty. It's unstable. But these songs come alive when you really do the work. And I just wanted to share that song with all of the divine feminines who have been putting in the work on themselves and all of those who still need to. Come on and do the work. Come on and heal. Come on and grow. You know what I mean? Evolve. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. The universe, the spirit of the mother, the Lord, the Son, your ancestors, like there's a plethora of divine beings who want to assist you at healing, at growing, at evolving, at finding balance between your divine feminine and your divine masculine. And we've been talking about that on this channel, period. That's what I stand for. That's what I talk about. That's what I share. And I share as I come to know things, you know what I'm saying? And um that divine balance is defined as divine love, and love is defined as harmony, unity, the space where duality no longer exists. The space in you where you are comfortable in your feminine and you're comfortable in your masculine. Your masculine is not running wild, doing whatever it want to do and hoping for the best. See, that's the kind of faith that we was taught. But that's not what real faith is. Real faith is knowing that you have balance, knowing you have balance, and knowing what that means, knowing who the Lord is, knowing who the mother is, knowing your ancestors, knowing the goddesses, the elemental beings that aid you, the universal beings that assist you, and even knowing those who want to war against you. The thing about it is like when you get to a certain point in your evolution, right? Gratitude takes over in a way to where it's like even the battles, even the adversarial energies become a friend. You know, even the warrior experience becomes something that you know on the other side of it is going to be your prosperity and your success because it wouldn't be presenting itself if there wasn't something on the end of it for you. You know, divine harmony provides a certain divine safety. And that's what we're going to talk about in this message. This is part two of divine love. You know what I mean? This is part two. And we're going to talk about divine safety. And I have notes here. I do. But I'm really going to speak from my heart because I've taken a couple days, you know, to kind of sit to myself and process through. And I love when I have these moments of silence and quietness, and because, you know, my work ethic, when I'm really turned on, you know, when I'm really driven in as far as my work is concerned, it can be relentless and I can push myself to the max. Not a bad thing at all. But I'm very glad that I've learned how not to work until I burn out. And then if I do burn out, if by chance I do work until I burn out, right? I'm very grateful that I've learned how to not perceive the burnout as, oh, here you go being lazy again. Here you go going through procrastination again. Here you go dropping the ball again. No, I'm resting. The fuck? I'm I am resting. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. You understand? Because divine timing is at play and divine safety is at play, right? That is the key to really tapping into divine love is understanding the balance between the feminine and the masculine. And sometimes the feminine really wants the masculine to have a seat. Sometimes the feminine really wants the masculine to stop talking, stop working, stop thinking. Listen to me. In order for you to hear me, sometimes you have to sit down and listen. And this is the beautiful safety that is provided to those of us who are doing the work to bring balance. I'm giving you a little bit of a heads up to the, oh, how do I call it? To the feeling of celebration and the feeling of wholeness that is awaiting you. Keep working, keep doing it, keep whatever you're having to alchemize, whatever you're having to share, whatever you're having to let go of. Don't, look, I don't make too many promises. I don't. But I can promise you this right here. If you keep working and you keep growing and evolving and moving through your dark night of the souls, moving through your shadows, moving through that dark tunnel where you can see light on the other end, but it seems so far away. If you just keep going, yes, things are going to come out of the darkness and try to grab you. Okay? Yeah. Yep. They're going to try to grab you. They might catch hold to you for a little while too. But all of that is necessary. So when you step into the light, you will be able to look back at that dark tunnel and say, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. I don't need no money. I don't need no baggage. I don't need no nothing. I don't need no ticket. The train is coming and I can get on board. What train is that? What is that that's coming towards you now that you have stepped into the light? What is that? That is your prosperity. That is your soul prosperity. That is your success. That is your elevation. That is the spirit of moving on to something greater that you couldn't see while you was in the tunnel, while you was in the darkness, while you was being tossed to and fro like a ship without a sail. That is stability. That is growth. That train is self-fulfillment. That train is fulfillment, self dependency, right? Like, for those of you who are listening to me that are already in the light, you can attest to what I'm saying. You can attest to what I'm saying. That there's no better place to be than out of the matrix, than out of the false matrix, out of the lies and confusion, resting safely knowing that all things are unified. So whether they be perceived as good or whether they be perceived as bad, it's all unified. There is no good and bad. There just is. When you understand that, your ups and downs are no longer ups and downs. It's just existence, being, divine being, knowing that all things work together for the good of them that love who? The Lord, and are called according to his purpose. His his purpose is your purpose. His purpose is your purpose. Her purpose is your purpose. There's no separation over here. We're not out with our hands in a bunch of things that ain't got nothing to do with divine purpose because we understand that when we go into our divine purpose, we have a divine safe. People can't figure out how you keep bouncing back. Well, it's really not a back. I never left. I was never gone. It's just learning the lesson that I needed to learn in that aspect, that element of my life. I was never gone. I was safe when I was down, and I'm safe when I'm up. I was safe when I was out, and I'm safe when I'm in. I'm safe when I don't have, and I'm safe when I do. I'm safe because I've brought balance. Shh. Divine safety is what those who have not done the work, they don't have, they're not privy to. They still look at the world as black and white, visible and invisible, right? Good and bad, righteous and unrighteous, male and female, boy and girl. They still look at the world with a divided mind. They even look at their spirituality divided, with a divided perception, because they haven't quite healed. And this is not a judgment. I'm not passing any judgment. I'm telling you, divine feminines who are doing the work, who have done the work, that you are not the same. You are different. You're not better. You're not worse. You're just a little bit different. Because you can see how all things are working together for you. Without that struggle, without that battle, without that hardship, there's nothing to overcome. If there's nothing to overcome, there's nothing to learn of your ability to overcome. How do you see this is, oh my God. Look, we are the micro of the macrocosm. We are going through the exact process that the macrocosm, if you want to call it God, if you want to call it the mother, it's all inclusive. The mother and her son, those who created the created world, which you are a part of. Your life is a direct reflection of their life, their existence. And this whole situation that we find ourselves in, no matter what dimension, what realm, no matter where you go, is the Godhead trying to actualize itself, which is the same thing you're doing. Which is why every struggle benefits you, every victory benefits you, everything benefits you because it teaches you about you. When you know that, when you know that, when you stand on that foundation, when you really have an intrinsic understanding as to why your spiritual consciousness, your spiritual being is here, and why it is also in the fourth dimension, and why it is also in the fifth, and why are you multidimensional? Because you are an expression. You are how the Godhead is actualizing itself. Your life is how the Godhead is actualizing itself. There's safety, a divine safety right there, right there. I don't care how long you've been down in your mind. You don't have to mentally stay down. You can look at what you don't have as a blessing if you want. You can look at what you do have as a blessing if you want. There's a lot of people who have a lot of stuff, and they look at the stuff that they have as a burden. This is when you get people complaining about bills and stuff. complaining, going, oh my God, they didn't car note and owe the mortgage, this in the house, and all that. Now it's something else broken. Got to spend. Well, if you don't want to deal with it, get rid of some of the stuff. It's simple. It's, it's really simple. And how I know that is because I was one of those people. And I had figured the only fix was to get rid of the stuff, which is what I did. And for me, speaking personally, it set me free in ways that allowed me to heal my perception so that my perception of myself is not predicated upon whether I have a lot or a little. So when I have a lot, you won't catch me complaining, not again, because I've learned that lesson. When I have a little, you won't catch me complaining because I've learned that lesson that in all things there is safety when you bring balance and harmony to the feminine and masculine aspects of yourself. That is divine love. It allows you to feel safe to explore. And that has been my personal experience. I wanted to feel safe over feeling a false sense of uh how do I say this? I wanted to feel safe over feeling just provided for. Because like I explained in another episode, no matter how much I had, I didn't feel safe. And I had to reckon with that. I had to sit with that because I kept squandering shit. I kept just blowing through everything, making really ignorant decisions because I always knew I'd get more, even though I didn't feel safe. And I wanted to heal that aspect of me. And so, this safety, how you go about, if that's an issue you have, you may not have it. But even if your sense of unsafety or feeling unsafe isn't manifested as it relates to tangible possessions, it may be in another area of your life. I'm just sharing where mine was, which was rooted in my childhood trauma. Everybody's trauma is a little different, but it's really all the same, right? But how you perceive your reality could be different. Some people really don't feel safe, and these are the people who turn into greed. No matter how much they have, they always want more. They're hoarding. They're not sharing. They're stingy. They don't want to give up nothing. Don't want to, help nobody. Your safe sense of unsafety could manifest totally opposite than mine did. But it's still rooted in a sense of unsafety because there's an imbalance in your masculine and feminine energy, predicated upon trauma, predicated upon your perception of your reality and you in it, right? So, safety is when you feel safe to explore the fringes of reality, the outer skirts. You're not staying neatly tucked in into the laboratory of the false matrix like a rat on a wheel. You're willing to explore the outer skirts of the possibilities of your reality, even if that means you have to give up your comfort zone. Because your comfort zone is rooted in the false indoctrination that many of us, if not all of us, have lived through multiple lifetimes, including this one. That comfort zone, staying comfortable where you are, This is not contentment. Contentment is different. Contentment is rooted upon fulfillment. Staying in your comfort zone when you feel the spirit pulling you and nudging you, hey, just step a little to the left for me. Just a little, take 2 steps to the left, take 2 steps to the right. Hey, back up, go forward 5 steps. And you're sitting like, I don't know if I should do that. It might mess up, my savings account. I don't know if I should come off this job. It will mess up my 401k. It will mess up something if I just trust the spirit. See, that's comfort zone. That's being fanned to sleep. When something in your spirit is saying, no, awaken, arise, there's more, there's more for you. There's more for you. Yes, you have financial security. Yes, you have security in love. Yes, you have security in this partnership or this spouse. Yes, you have security. You feel like you do at any rate, but you are shortchanging yourself if you just trust, if you just find divine safety and know that you are safe to make that 5 steps to the front or 4 steps to the back or step over 2 to the left or step, you have to treat life like line dancing because that's what I just visualized when I said that. You know what I mean? You have to treat life like line dancing. You feel me? In rhythm, in sync. Turn to the left now. Turn to the right now. You have to get in the you have to dance your way through it. Life is not about being a wallflower at the party, sitting down at the table, looking at everybody else shaking a tail feather. Life is about getting involved. Life is about trusting and knowing that you're safe on the dance floor of life. You can move. Hey, they got you. Divine safety is about hearing the divine feminine say, turn to the right now, turn to the left now. And you turn. You don't sit there talking about some turn to the left. I, I'm gonna go back and sit down at my table. You know what I mean? Like life is about hearing the divine feminine in you, give instructions to the masculine, and the masculine trusting her instructions, knowing that she is wisdom. She is what enables you to see in the darkness, right? Explore the outer fringes, explore the world in whatever way, whether that's traveling, you might be single and been wanting to go on, little excursion. You might not have too many friends, ain't nobody to go with. And something in your spirit said, child, go to Jamaica, just go by yourself, but you're afraid. And I know that feeling because a few years back I took a trip by myself to the motherland. I had some people over there waiting on me. But a couple of things came into play. I'm a earth sign and I do not like to be in the air. Okay. I need to feel the ground, my nigga. Because you talk about okay. I was like, I don't do these planes, man. I don't do these planes, bruh. But I wanted to go. For one, it had always been a dream of mine to go back to Africa. That had always been a dream, and the opportunity presented itself. Made some beautiful connections and was able to go, and I went to not the tourist side of the situation, which ain't nothing wrong with that, but I knew some people over there, so I was able to really put my feet in the dirt and really, really figure out, and really observe the culture. I wasn't in a hotel somewhere in the more prettier side. I was at somebody's house. I got to understand what it means when you have to, have big old barrels of water in your house because they cut off the water every weekend. Don't cut it back on till Monday. And you got to store water. You got to boil water. I wasn't really too accustomed because I'm from the South, and I'm not that old, but we've had moments, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm from Florida, so we know what it's like to be without water. One of them good hurricanes come through here, and shit, you better have some water. So it wasn't too far. It wasn't too far out of my experiences, but it took courage for me to go when by myself. That plane is the thing that had me in a chokehold because I got insurance. I really do not want to have no issues on this goddamn plane. I'm trying to go and see some shit and come back home to my babies. My babies need me. It's all I know, you know? But I went. And the day before, or like 2 days before, I sat down on the steps of my apartment at the time and I said, Spirit, this is really before my awakening, too. This was years ago. But I've always been a spiritual being, right? Aware. I said, look here, this is your time to send me any kind of sign that I am not supposed to go. I mean, that's probably my first and only since before or since that day that I actually had a legitimate panic attack. I sat on the steps and I started panicking. I was going through it, y'all. I was going through it, honey. Telling you, I don't like to be up in the air. I'm not a bird. I'm not a bird. I'm fully aware I don't have feathers, wings, or none of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I sat on the steps and I started having a panic attack. And I said, Spirit, I'm about to go on ahead and see if I can get a refund on this good ticket. Cause I don't know if I'm up for this. I don't know. I don't know. And I heard the spirit, and when she spoke, she quieted me down. She quieted me down. And I was able to kind of like chill for a minute. And the fact that I was in the throes of a panic attack, and when her energy came in, the polarity of her energy versus mine at the time was what gave me the hyper sense of knowing that she was there and she was speaking, and she was giving me the confirmation that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. This is for you to do. This is for you to go. This is for you to experience. And so I got like, okay, as long as you showed up and helped your girl out, I'm all right. That's all I'm saying. And I went on and I drove to Atlanta, listened to me some good music on the way. At that time, Joey Badass album was really heavy. It was really big. His first album. And if you ever listen to his first album, it's got a lot of, Black Revolution type, empowerment. It was a good vibe. And I drove and then got to the airport, and the shuttle lady that was driving the shuttle, she was very pleasant. She was very pleasant. She asked me where I was going. I told her where I was going. And she just further calmed me down. And all the whole way there, various people I would meet was meeting, their spirit was like, confirmation that I was, safe. I was safe. And so what I'm saying is this is what we have to do in every aspect of our life when we feel that it's time for us to make a move or when we've already decided to make a change, when we've decided to adjust ourselves and go through transformation. Along the way to the light, you have to know that you are safe. And if you don't know that yet, then this is why I come on to speak to the hearts and the minds of everyone, honestly, but specifically divine feminine women. You're safe. Even when things feel unstable, you're still safe. The instability that you feel is showing you your resilience, of which you wouldn't learn without having a moment of instability. The shakiness that you feel is there to show you that you are stable within yourself. You create stability. The physical world doesn't create stability for you. You create that stability. What other people will look out from the outside in at your life and say, "Oh, that's she unstable and she just child is just she on this awakening, child. I don't know what she's doing." You know, you don't have to let that that fester in your heart, in your mind. You can be fully aware, knowing that on the outside looking in, I may look unstable, but on the inside, I'm more stable than I've ever been. I'm more mentally stable than I've ever been. I'm more emotionally stable than I've ever been. I'm more financially stable than I've ever been, whether I have a lot or a little. Because my financial stability is a perception. It's not actually predicated upon the quantity of what I have. It's predicated upon the quality of who I am. Everything about my life is predicated upon the quality of who I am. I'm not out here chasing smoke and mirrors like the rest of you. My purpose is different. My life is different. My reasonings are different. My thoughts are different. I put spirit above the physical, ahead of the physical, knowing that the physical is but a reflection of that which is spiritual. So I go within more than I sit up and gossip, and more than I go to the chicken wing, beer drinking, shindig. I go within. I know I may seem a little standoffish. I'm not, but I am. Because I'm trying to forge for myself a path to take me somewhere that this earthly world cannot define nor provide. I am divinely safe. I am divinely safe. And when you step into that light, or after you have stepped into that light, if you already have, like Al Green, and I don't know who the lady was singing, they didn't put it on the song, they didn't even name her or whatever, but whoever that was singing with Al, thank the Lord, I made it. I'm making it. And what is it? What is it? I'm making it. I'm on my way. The train's coming. And whether I find myself to be rich, or I find myself to be poor, or I find myself to be black, or I find myself to be white, or whether I find myself to be male, or I find myself to be female, all I need is faith. Faith predicated upon knowledge, because I know I've put in the work to board that train. This has been Sacred Empowerments of the Divine Feminine. I am Yolanda Yaya Williams. I hope that something was said that touched your heart, your mind, your spirit. Please take a moment to subscribe if you have not subscribed. Join the tribe. We would love to have you over here. As I stated in the beginning, all are welcome, okay? All are welcome. Um, I really wish all of you the best. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy your day, your night, your evening, whatever time you are watching this message. And I will see you guys on the next one. Please comment, like, all right, and hit the notification bell so you'll know when I'm back with another one. Peace, family.